Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us. Team Mosso at the 1916company.com is your pricing inquiry email. Email us and make an offer. Team Mosso at the 1916company.com. Today, we discuss a watch that launched in 2022, a bit of a swan song for the Patek Philippe World Time 5230 generation. This is the 5230P-001, the Platinum model. And you know that because it has the top Vesselton diamond between the lugs at 6 o'clock, the signature of a Platinum Patek Philippe in the modern era. It's 38.5 millimeters in diameter, 10.2 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip. It measures 46.9 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw it on my wrist of 16 centimeters circumference, and it fits nicely. It is smaller than the previous 5130, and that shows to good effect here, where it's a better fit for my wrist than the prior World Time model. I'd recommend it for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. You can see down the barrel how much lug clearance I have on each side, so this is a unisex option. Remember, the over-the-top angle always exaggerates the width of the watch. It's very flat with a sloped bezel. It will slide underneath a dress cuff, so it works as a dress watch. We have a combination here of a contrasting stitch on a calf leather strap. You can see no crimping, no gouging, brand new Patek Philippe factory strap, pull tab spring bars to pop the strap off the case without a tool. Textile pattern up on the top with a contrasting stitch. We have the Calatrava cross, the symbol of Patek Philippe. You'll see it on the buckle. You'll see it on the crown. You will see it on the case back. Opening up the buckle, you could see that, like the watch, it is platinum, as Patek Philippe gives you a platinum clasp or platinum buckle on a platinum watch. Not every brand does that today. It is also a friction fit with a little spring mechanism. This radial spring ensures that though it's not a trigger actuated deployant, it does have quite a bit of retention power, so you don't have to worry about the watch flying off your wrist if you suddenly jerk your arm in a different direction. Distinction between this and its predecessor, the 5130 had a very fluid, organic case. This one features distinct stepped lugs. You can also see that there is a soft bevel on the flank of each lug, and each lug tapers to a point. We have a rounded rectangular pusher for the World Time function. Everything is in high polish. There is a very small step between bezel and case flank. We have that Calatrava cross logo on the crown. Rolling around, you can see that there is a camber to the crystal over a dial of guilloche, and it is a blue center with applied white gold indices and white gold hands. These white gold features inside the watch, ensuring that those elements will never tarnish or oxidize. Now, as I adjust the time, you could see the hands move clockwise, and the reference ring for the cities, that moves counterclockwise. Now, the way this works, it was created by watchmaker Louis Cotier in the 1930s and quickly thereafter adopted by Patek Philippe. You have 24 cities representing the 24 principal time zones of the world, or we'll call them 24 locations. And so what you do is you set your local time at center, and you put your current city up at 12 o'clock. So if I'm in Geneva with Terry Stern making this watch, we're on Paris time. So Paris is the Geneva time zone, and I could see that because it says 6 o'clock, but adjacent to Paris, I read 18, I know that it is 6 p.m. And I could see that it is 11 p.m. in Dhaka. I can see it is 11 a.m. in Mexico City, and that is how that works. We have two semicircles, one in blue, one in silver. They correspond roughly to the places where it is currently day. And if I want to change my reference city, remember the reference city is always the right side up one. Some people think it's at the bottom. It's always at the top because the reference city is right side up. This is a later development of the Cotier World Time system, co-developed with Patek Philippe, and now I can move myself to Tokyo, and you can easily see that in Tokyo it is now roughly 2:01 a.m. So that's how you change your reference city. The watch does all the math for you. Rolling around to the case back. The watch includes 30-meter water resistance, so splashes only, don't take it swimming. We have caliber 240 HU, Heure Universelle, and it is an automatic winder with a 22-karat gold micro rotor that sits on hybrid ceramic bearings, 48-hour reserve, 33 pivot jewels. It features a free-sprung gyromax-style balance adjusted in 6 positions. It is both shock-resistant and a very precise adjusting balance. It has an anti-magnetic silicon Spiromax hairspring. The watch features the Patek Philippe seal, and when you take all these features in aggregate, Patek Philippe guarantees timing of no worse than -3 + 2 seconds per 24 hours. Really, the only feature this movement doesn't have is hacking seconds. Everything else present and correct. The basic 240 movement debuted back in 1977, but it's been continuously upgraded with things like finer finish, ceramic bearings, silicone hairspring, and 6-position adjustment. Again, 48-hour power reserve, 21,600 vibration per hour beat rate. Beautifully decorated with lots of lovely finishes. You can see engine turning, beveling, black polish, stripes, satination, from one of the great Patek Philippe complications, the World Time. Now discontinued. Reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details of this Patek Philippe 5230P.